hope that it can create space and time for that Airtel to farm. And in the late game, that physical DPS burst as well, semi-burst from that Airtel, they hope to shatter the composition from Geek. But the question is, Geek fam, they can respond with a very, very clean marksman here.
Beatrix, Claude.
Beatrix Claude is also a very, very enticing marksman, but I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it here. Kadera will play that Beatrix once again for game 2.
And it is going to be the Dairoth in the jungle for Orange Esports. This is something that we have seen multiple times in MPL Malaysia, Dairoth jungle. We'll see if it works out here up against Geek Fam's composition. Again, Dairoth is going, I don't know, I don't feel like Dairoth can really put that much pressure on Ling once we get into that mid stage. Early game, for sure. Dairoth's going to have a better time in the jungle, better clear, maybe even better neutral objective control. But once we get into that mid game, if they don't shut that Ling down, Ling has so much outplay potential. We'll see from the draft here. It's a mix for the side of Orange Esports. It's a dive composition, but they need to dive front to back. Meanwhile, for the side of Geek Fam, it's just an all-in, again, dive composition. We'll see.
Let's just jump to the Land of Dawn to witness game 2 here, ladies and gentlemen. Malaysia going up against Indonesia. Support your country, support your team for MPLI 2022. Is it Geek Fam? Is it Orange? I want to see it in the live comments. But now, early game, already action here. Boy and Beloyski taking a lot of damage via Matilda and as well as Stormy there in the mid side. And do note here, Beloyski is very, very low. He still has a flicker, but yeah. Please note that 3 members from inside of Geek Fam are using flicker.
This is why Matilda is super prio. That mid control and just the early game presence that she has is absolutely amazing. Here, Jana is on the killing spree emblem, so is Subway. No Demon Slayers on the board. Both teams just going at it here so far. It's just a safe game. Both teams don't really want to go for anything too crazy early on, especially Geek Fam with the losing mid side early on.
Again, we can see here the rotation from both of the teams. Luke, though, bot side, they switched heroes. Remember, Luke was on that Paquito in the first game, and Neo was on the Benedetta, it seems like now. It switched places, so Orange Esports here with the early lead. Yeah, Bloisky here with the help of the clear, but now forced to use the flicker. Dairoth dealing a lot of damage there, but John IQT jumps in, does not quite connect, so no first blood just yet.
Good play by Orange Esports, securing that massive flicker away from Beloy. We all know in the first turtle fight, this wild charge flicker combo can be utilized by Beloy to look for that play onto the steal. So with the flicker out already, that removes that kind of threat, the dive threat from Geek Fam, and Orange Esports will be first towards the first turtle. As expected, this is what they need to do with their composition. Early game dominance and securing a snowball early, but Beloy is already rotating very aggressively here.
Wow, he might look for the flank, but remember, he has no flicker, and if Orange Esports, they want to commit all towards Beloyski, it might be a worth a trade. But then again, Geek Fam here, they have managed to somehow handle the situation quite well. John IQT is going to be on that purple buff here. Next is going to be on that turtle, so he might have to be careful here as he is forced to use the flicker to get out of that feather area. Striker Geek Fam now with 4 members in the vicinity of the turtle. They're waiting patiently. Luke trying to find the opening. Black Shoes has been bobbed. Luke trying to go for the black side, cancelled, and Neo finds the first blood. Geek Fam, a very well put and well-timed resource they're given, which creates a lot of space for the first turtle to be secured.
Well played, Orange Esports, canceling out the final blow as well there from my bad, it's from Solo Aim with the Mathilda. Good cancel, good read on when Luke's gonna place that eye for an eye. And now Geek Fam will have to try to look for pressure in the gold lane instead of the usual comfortable route that they go for, usually towards the XP lane. Why did this happen? Geek Fam, no winning side in that XP lane this time. The Paquito on the hands of Neo is going to be a bit better now in the duels, and that will create, again, more pressure for Orange Esports to set up towards that bottom side. Orange need to be careful though, because once Geek Fam are able to get a hold with some of their heroes here, with the coin farming techniques that they learned with the video, how to farm and spend gold in MLBB from HSBC, they can definitely get the ball rolling once again.
This is why I doubted the Farsa first pick here, Miracle. I mean, it just adds more vulnerability, and it shows that now a boy and Jana here in the mid side, they're struggling, but again, Orange Esports here with almost 1,000 gold lead. Boy, quite low. Subway already invading the purple buffs here. Again, Orange Esports showing that their early game is just scary. Amanzo in the top side here is able to escape from the kill pressure from that assassin. So again, Geek Fam struggling to find a very good play.
They only get a few hits onto that turret goal. Chidera is farming like a storm though, so that's a benefit, that's a positive for Geek Fam. But mainly, I agree, it hasn't been a smooth game for Geek Fam. It has actually been a smooth game for Orange Esports. They're able to secure the first neutral objective, a kill, and even putting on some more pressure into the enemy jungle, making Jana have a hard time there without the purple buff. And Neo, if this is a good read, there you go. He steals it from Jana in a solo kill from Neo.
I mean, wow, the burst physical damage from that Paquito is just evident. And meanwhile, as it's happening for Subway, will have that space to collect another neutral objective here. Jana QT needs to be careful here as Neo is just eyeing him up. Now the orange buff is gonna be contested. Take a look at the damage there by Subway on towards Jana, force him to retreat. Subway now dealing damage on towards Luke. And yet again, Orange Esports here, establishing a 2,000 goal lead. Oh, Guido gets stunned, forced to flicker away, but a boy in the backside is quite vulnerable. Solo Aim dealing damage there is now in the mid side. It looks to be taken, but top side, though, Luke finds one, and Melons. It's down, and now Luke, with this Benedetta, will not be able to survive as the burst bomb from that Lilia is just massive as well. Orange Esports still in control.
Pushing the lead, really good plays by Orange Esports, but Amelens gets shut down. This is their main carry later on once we reach that mid stage. Again, that's how Orange Esports likes to play. They play for Amelens, and so far, they've been able to actually give him so much space to farm, but with that kill, it actually gives the goal lead over to Chidera in this bottom side as they have lane swapped, and Chidera was able to actually clear a few waves, getting a little bit more pressure down. Jana also was able to get the purple buff because Subway actually rotated towards that top side. So now Jana has a bit more resources to play with, and Orange Esports will need to start respecting Geek Fam with their power spikes hitting. Chidera got that BOD already, Gani.
Wow, that's going to be a lot of damage output given, but oh my god, here Dairoth jumps on towards Valoisky. Is this right? One charge connects on towards Subway with the help of Guiding Wing, escapes from that feather airstrike as well, so a very well-placed resource there from the side of Orange, still very much in control. But again, now Valoisky is going to be the target here by Stormy and Solo Aim. Once Stormy gets the ice cream one, Valoisky is going to be in trouble. Gardera now, be careful, forced to use the flicker, but he gets deleted as well. Subway trying to find on towards Valoisky, use the flicker to escape as Geek Fam in minute number 7. Now, they are in trouble.
Good punish again by Orange Esports. They're really utilizing the Mathilda and the Dairoth super well, right? The Mathilda dives in, forces Chidera to use the flicker, and then That's it. No more escape. No more resources to actually get out from Subway's damage, which is right now massive. Subway has hit his power spike in the mid-game, and he's already pressuring this purple buff once again.
Wild Charge connecting on towards Subway here is able to escape. And take a look at the backside. Luke trying to find a kill, but Jana QT here might be in trouble. A lot of stunts, a lot of knockups now, but Jana QT handles it well. Orange, they might go for the mid side here as solo aim Avalanche Neo and is already in that vicinity. A boy needs to be careful. Has no wings by wings. Oh, never mind. With that wings by wing, he's able to escape, but the mid turret collapsed. Solo aim needs to be careful, but again, Orange Esports winning on the exchange.
Good conversion from Orange Esports. Once again, able to go towards that bottom side, then instantly converting the kill onto Chidera towards that mid lane, getting the pressure onto the purple buff, forcing Jana QT to use the Tempest of Blades to actually just secure the purple buff, means that Orange, again, will not have to care, will not have to play defensively against the threat of that dive from Geek Fam, because Geek Fam have utilized every single resource just to get that purple buff. Orange Esports now are just continually pressuring and pressing Geek Fam down in the enemy jungle. It's a mix between the two.
Pressuring and pressing. I like
pressing.
it. Pressing. I like
Magnif.
it. Indeed. But yeah, Orange Esports here. 5,000 gold lead essentially here is towards them. And it's like the first game, right? Geek Fam, very dominant showing in the early towards the mid, but now the question, can Orange keep it that way? Again, another purple buff invade here. It seems like Geek Fam, they are not going to be able to do anything as Ling is south side.
All right, again, that's no purple buff from Jana. Good shutdown here early on, man. Jana's not having a good time at all. He's forced actually to go for a farm in that XP lane now, and honestly, I don't feel like Geek Fam have a chance to really contest for this Lord. Looking at it, they do have a chance here, but it's all gonna come down to a mistake. Jana, there we go, no purple buff. He's trying to run away, chased out by Stormy.
Oh, the gamble here, Tempest of Blade as a defense right in the backside though. Neo finds not one, but he gets taken down. Jana will fall into the hands of Stormy. Now, Geek Fam 4v4. Can they do this? Woloski forced to flicker away as the boy is gonna be a juicy target. Luke jumps into 4 members of Orange Esports and gets insta-deleted as well. And now Geek Fam, they are looking for a desperate play early on, but it didn't pay off. Orange Esports will have the Lord very, very comfortably here.
Chidera doesn't have enough damage just yet. You can see Amelens is able to freely hit using his ultimate aggressively onto Geek Fam without any problems whatsoever. Meanwhile, for Chidera, he can deal damage as well, but not enough. Look, Hunter Strike and BOD compared to Amelens, who also has only 2 items. But remember, look at the other members. They're all so tanky, actually. So Chidera will have to wait for the Malefic Roar to actually deal damage, to penetrate the physical defense that has already been built here. But oh my god, that's a kill.
Oh, the solo aim. Now you see him, now you don't. But yeah, please do know that Amelens, it's a magic trick. Amelens built steel egg plates and as well as a wind of nature. So Luke isn't able to find the effective flanks here. A very wise itemization from the side of Amelens here. Now Orange Esports with this lore, they might actually take a base right here. Oh no, they will not commit on towards that just yet, as all of the tier 1s and 2s from the side of Geek Fam are deleted.
Still value for Orange Esports. Sure. They got the Lord. Usually with the first Lord, you want to just get all the tier 2s, and that's exactly what Orange Esports are able to achieve. Geek Fam still prolonging the game with a good defense, with good high ground clear, with the Bennett that Chidera has in his arsenal, and obviously a boy on the Feather Airstrike. It comes down to, for Geek Fam, waiting for the right moment, scaling up to when Chidera and a boy can start melting down the members of Orange Esports. And here we can already see the typical Geek Fam pick-off strat, where they're trying their best to actually look for something on the map. They instead just go for a turret, so they're picking off turrets by sticking as 5 here. Orange Esports needs to be careful.
Will they fall for the
Subway?
Checking. Oh, Geek Fam actually are the ones who did not, who hesitated. Now, Luke, a little bit of trouble there, using the eye for an eye to escape, but now Subway trying to jump on towards Jana QT. Still slick, too slick. with that on that lane, but now it's just a reset here still. Orange Esports, 12 minutes in. Still dominating now. Purple buff invade here once again. Luke, low HP, final blow as a defense. Still, no casualties yet from both sides.
But it's the purple buff that was stolen away by Orange Esports. That's just so massive, right? It's such a small buff, but for Ling, it's crucial.
It is.
He can't play his way anymore. But maybe he can still do that with the Aurora collection. You guys can definitely do that. Beloit opens up the map. One charge.
Oh my god, a lot of combination jumps. In some way, though, will not be able to survive as Jana Kichi finds the kill. Circling Eagle onto his Jana, puts him down the wall, and he gets taken down. Both junglers down now. Now, the battle's Bartman top side. Will it be won by Amalands? Final blow to the right back side. Luke trying to find onto his Amalands, but Amalands with the kind and potential finds the double. 4 members are down. 4 side of Geek fam now. Orange Esports might look for the end. Boy, the solo man, can he do it? Feathers, right, Pop, just to clear. But my god, 4 members are just too much. Second game falls to the Malaysians as Orange Esports force a game 3. Congratulations.
GG to Orange Esports. We're able to equalize up against Geek fam. It's 1-1, and Amalands was the star of the show for that one, man, in the later stages. Early on, it was definitely Subway and Stormy with the help of Solo Aim, who enabled a lot of the plays on the Mathilda. But in the end, you could really start seeing Amalands pop off. And again, that's how Orange Esports gets the games. They are able to enable Amalands